quiz. Only is with you. Listen. Are you almost women and visit in the food your dishes who merely bảo ốc cạnh với houses not and the whole there. Amen.
Everyone, welcome to our virtual classroom. Today we will be heading to the art studio. Today's technique is called nail polish water marbling. The mug you see to the left of the canvas was painted using this technique. The vase you see with the tiny flickering light was also painted using this technique. You will see them up close a little bit later on in the video. The canvas that you see is actually a close-up of the design that's on the mug. Okay, let's head on to class. But before we do, there's one more thing I have to show you. Our art studio sure is growing. We're going to need another wall. And our client superhero gallery is also growing with our latest addition from Bernie Giardi. I think we're going to need a lot more walls in here. And now on to our class. Hi everyone. Today we are going to create another abstract kind of watercolor. It's called marble watercoloring, and we're going to be using nail polish. Now, if this is as simple as they showed in the video, we should be done in under 5 minutes. So the first nail polish I'm going to use is kind of a dark blue, and all we're going to do is open it and pour some into the water. I hope you can see that. Okay, make little swirls in there. Just let it pour in. Okay. The next bottle we're going to open is kind of a greenish aqua color. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pour it in, but this time we're going to go in reverse. That one was in circles. This was going to be in little, kind of little lines, like Zorro, like little Zorro lines. Okay, and our third color is somewhere between the dark blue and the light blue. So this is going to be marbling in shades of blue. Again with the ocean. Okay. So this one we're going to do the other way. We went sideways, we went up and down. And the reason they said to do this is because they want you to get a nice mix of colors when you finally dip in your project. So if you don't like the way it looks, you can take a paintbrush, and I hope you can see this. You can just pull it in the direction that you'd like, very, very gently. You see how it attaches to this? You don't want to do that too hard because then you'll get clumps. So on this side we have more of the aqua, in the middle we have more of the blue. Here's a little clump, and I did that by dipping it in. See, we want to get those out. And there we go. Okay. So now this is going to be our project. We're going to take this mug right here, and I'm almost afraid to use one this big in case I mess up, but here we go. So you dip it into the water and you swirl it and then you take it out. So let's do that. It doesn't matter what comes out because it's abstract. Again. Okay. I'm going to hold it through here so I can dip this end in a little bit. Okay. Now, what we've got here is, let's see if I get it closer to you, is the design that was created with the nail polish and the water. Now it's going to take 2 hours for this to dry. So I'm going to set it aside and I'll be right back so we can do another one. And then when this is done, I'll give you a picture of it. Okay, that was pretty fast, huh? All right, so let's try another one. This one we're gonna do a lot lighter because the first one we did was pretty saturated with the nail polish. This one's gonna go on clear glass, so we're going to do a much softer design. Okay, and maybe we'll use just the lighter green and the aqua, which is this one. Okay, make sure you guys can see here. See how simple that was? This is one of those projects that I think we're going to be doing a lot because it's simple for everyone and it's fun. So we're going to take this container, which by the way, the container that I used before, Dollar Tree. This container, Dollar Tree. That way if I mess it up, it won't be too bad. I'm just going to dip it in there. I'm going to turn it once, twice, bring it back up. And it's hard to see because it's clear, but it almost looks like sea glass. You can put some seashells in there, you can put some white rocks, it'll look beautiful. It's hard for you to see because I have the green behind it. Let me see if I put quickly a piece of paper towel in there, you can see it better. There you go. See the colors a little bit better? And we can also dip it again when this is dry. It takes 2 hours for this to dry.
Hello everyone, my Marian Center family and friends. Today we're going to read a little story about Shell Crazy by Tracy Gallup. It's a book about shells. Once I saw a painting of a woman rising from some deep sea, standing on a boat-like shell. that floated toward the shore. I dreamed I am her. Do you ever dream of coming out of a shell? Some of us have that dream. I like shells because they are houses. My brother and I think they make good hats. Wings. They're doing all different kind of things with shells, guys. Did you know you can do different things with shells? Horns. You can play along with them. You can paint them. You can listen to things in the shells. And boats. For our family vacation, we go to the ocean at the beach. The shells are so tempting. We cannot help but walk slowly, stopping here and there to pick them up like treasures. Do you guys go to the beach and pick up shells? Collecting shells is something a lot of people do. Go to many different beaches collecting shells, many different sizes, many different shapes. Shells can be very interesting, guys. We call my brother Hockey because he always spots the best shells. What about you? Do you pick out the best shells? And the biggest. Mom collects shells in the pocket of her summer dress, and in the evening hands them out. She even hands them out. See the many different shapes? It's very interesting. Like usual, Hockey gets the best one. But yours, Mom says, has something inside. I don't see anything except a few grains of sand. So I go back to the beach to watch the sunset. I stumble across a huge pile of perfect shells, almost covered by sand. A few of them are familiar. They couldn't be my brother's, could they? No, he wouldn't leave these beautiful shells behind, would he? Finders keepers, I whispered to myself as I scooped them into my pail. All the beautiful shells. My brother cries when he finds out, but I won't give them back. So they were the brother's shells, and the sister took the shells. That wasn't nice, was it? I hold my shell up to my ear so that I don't hear him cry. There is something inside, just as my mother said. I hear the ocean and waves splashing on the beach. I feel warm sand on my feet. I see myself floating on rolling waves, surrounded by so much blue. return the shells to my brother. Mine holds all that I need. When a shell speaks to me, she could hear the shell speaking. So instead of letting her brother cry, she gave him his shells back. Wasn't that nice, guys? I listened. She loved the sound of the shell, so she listened more and more. And that was the end of her listening to her shells. See all the many different shells that you can find at the beach. And if you have a big one, you can also listen to hear the ocean and the sound of waves coming out of the shell. It is very interesting. When you're at the beach, try it. Find a big shell, put it to your ear, and listen. We have many different shapes of shells here too. All different type of shells. Many different shapes and color. So guys, collecting shells is very interesting. Next time you're at the beach, try it yourself. And you will have fun just collecting them and bring them into the Marian Center so we can see them. Have a nice day. Bye.
Hi there, today it's Miss Carol and I'm going to talk to you about another animal, the Siberian tiger. A beautiful creature, very beautiful creature. I'm going to put this, there's some pictures on this side. The Siberian tiger is the largest living cat in the world. The male can grow 9 to 12 feet, head to the tip of his tail, weight up to 650 pounds. But one Siberian tiger on record weighed almost 850 pounds. Females are smaller, reaching just 8.5 feet head to tail, weighing up to 370 pounds. Their body is large and heavily muscled, giving it great strength. Their claws are kept retracted or in when resting or walking. These long, sharp claws spring out when hunting. Their night vision is 5 times better than a human's. They do most of their hunting at night. The male Siberian tigers are solitary, mostly nocturnal animals. They are territorial, roaming many miles to hunt, and they hunt often because not all trips are successful, and they go many, many miles looking for prey. They will remain in the same territory, defending it against other males as long as the food source is stable. Living in such cold climates, the Siberian tiger needs to eat 20 pounds of meat a day to sustain itself. Some are capable of eating 100 pounds of meat in one sitting. Although it spends much of its time hunting, its reputation as a vicious killer is undeserved. In some cases, injured or starving animals might attack humans, but that is very rare. The tiger's diet consists of elk, deer, wild pig, bear, and even smaller prey like fish and rabbits. There's no particular mating season for tigers, and after a male mates several times with one female, he'll go on to another female. The female has her cubs 3 and 3.5 months later, and usually there's 3 or 4 blind cubs are born in a sheltered den. Their eyes open after about 2 weeks, and their teeth begin to grow. After 3 months, the mother brings them meat to eat and they start to leave the den. After 6 months, they may start to go on hunting trips with their mom. They are less than 1 year when they start to hunt for themselves. And at 2 years of age, they can kill large prey. They don't go on their own until they are 3 to 5 years old. There were 9 subspecies of tigers. 3 are now extinct. Extinct means there are no longer any of those tigers left in the world. 6 are endangered. The Siberian, who I'm going to talk to you more about, the Bengal tiger, Sumatran tiger, Malayan tiger, Indo-Chinese tiger, and the South China tiger, which has not been seen since 2007. As I said, this is a map of Asia, and this is where the Siberian tiger has its sort of hunting ground and living ground. And it's in Russia, China, goes through North Korea, and all of this area, and it's very cold with winter weather. So you can see why they have to eat a lot of food to keep up their strength, and why when they don't run out of food in certain areas, they have to keep traveling around to get food. So as I said in the beginning of this story, the Siberian tiger is the largest of these tigers, and it possesses both grace and beauty, but it's now on the endangered list. It is hunted by poachers for its beautiful fur, its bones, and other body parts. The Chinese make medicine and use their body parts for healing purposes. Since 1993, it's been illegal to do this. And according to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation's Save the Tiger Fund, Siberian tigers are found in 2 main areas covering eastern Russia's birch forest and China, and then leading into North Korea, with a population of only about 450 to 500 tigers left in these areas. Officials in China, Russia, and North Korea's peninsula area recently signed an agreement to set up protected areas straddling these countries to safeguard the Siberian tiger. We've seen these tigers at Metro Zoo when we've gone on trips. And they are beautiful animals, but not like when I was a child, and I can remember going down to the Bronx Zoo and seeing these animals in cages. And it looked very sad because they didn't look happy. They were in a cage walking around, and it wasn't nice. But when we go to Metro Zoo, they're in this large area with a moat. They can swim in an area. They have their ponds to get wet and relax, and it's sort of peaceful for them. So they're treated much better. And these tigers are now being bred in zoos around the world. And this is done to boost their population and maintain healthy genetic stock. Many wildlife groups have set up wildlife centers and homes for these endangered animals, not only tigers, but other wildlife that need a home to live out their times peacefully and safely. So until I talk to you again about other wildlife or other animals, even ones that aren't endangered that you might want to hear about, I hope you all stay safe and happy and healthy. And remember, hope to be seeing you soon, and God bless all of you. Those beautiful animals.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Sandra, and I have a tiny book, and it's called Duck and Goose Goes to the Beach, and the author of this book is Tad Ills. Okay? Do you by any chance know a duck? Yes, I can hear you all saying yes, you do know a duck.
because we know Donald Duck, right? And this is a goose. I think we have read or heard before of Loosey Goosey, okay? So we have known of duck and goose. So this book is about duck and goose. Okay? Don't you just love it here? Duck, goose aunt. The two friends relaxed in the early morning sun and listened to the hum of the meadow. Butterflies filtered and grass swished in the breeze. Yes, I do, Duck agreed. Let's never leave, said Goose. Do you have a friend? And have you ever been somewhere and it is so cozy and nice that you don't want to leave? Do you see how relaxed they are? Yes, they are relaxing and they are both friends. So friends like to be around each other. Suddenly, Duck jumped up. You just gave me the greatest idea, Goose, he quacked. Let's leave. Let's go away. What? Goose aunt. Away. Let's take a trip. Can you see Duck telling Goose about the idea and Goose replying to Duck? It's right there. Goose gulped. A trip. A trip sounds far away. I like close. We could go on an adventure, Duck said. An adventure? That sounds scary, Goose aunt. Come on, Goose. A hike might be fun, Duck quacked. A hike, said Goose. That sounds like a fine way to twist your ankle. So that picture is talking about them having the conversation, right? And as we can hear, Duck is the one coming up with the ideas, and Goose is asking lots of questions because it sounds like Goose is scared. Goose like to stay in one spot, but Duck sounds adventurous. Duck sighed. He gazed across the meadow toward a distant hill and began walking. Goose followed. I will walk, but I will not hike, he grumbled. So see, because they're friends and he loves his friend, he's going along with him. Right? Can you see? It's nothing bad. Yes, we want to do things on our own and our own way, but sometimes we can go with a friend. Why would anyone want to leave this meadow? Goose wondered aloud. It has everything right here, like this stump, this hollow log, the gurgling stream, our ball of course, the lily pond, and don't forget the shady thicket. duck and goose floated along a stream they had never floated along before. They walked by a pile of stones they had never walked by before, and past the biggest tree they had ever seen. They walked across fields and up and down hills. So do you see the meadow over here with all the things that Goose named? He didn't want to leave his familiar area, the area that he's used to. And over here is they are walking along and seeing different things. We all like to stay in places that we feel safe. I know you guys like the Marian Center because you feel safe at the Marian Center. You don't want to leave the Marian Center to go to any other place, right? I know you don't. Continuing the story. By the time Goose reached the top of the highest hill, Duck was already gazing off into the distance. "What is that?" he quaked. So can you see? Goose is still trying to come to the top of the hill, and the duck is already there looking over because he just wants to go on the adventure. Can you see that? Do you like adventures? I do. Could it be the beach? Goose honked. Duck's tail twitched with excitement. "I am pretty sure. I love the beach." "You have been to the beach?" asked Goose. "Do you love the beach? Have you ever been to the beach?" I know you have been to the beach. Can you see the picture of them seeing the water and how happy Duck is? "No, not yet," said Duck. He took off down the hill. "Follow me, Goose. We are going to the beach." There is Duck running, and Goose is behind him. You see that picture, right? Goose chased after Duck. But Duck, we already had our adventure," he called. "Wait," he shouted. "Slow down," he honked. But Duck did not slow down. If you were going somewhere with your friend and your friend was tired, telling you, "Oh, I have enough, I don't want to go there," would you still go, or would you listen to your friend? Goose followed him through the brambles and tall grass until finally Duck stopped. "I think we have arrived at the beach," said Duck. Can you see the picture with Duck? With Duck arriving at the beach? You see that? Yes, I hope you're seeing the picture. "Oh my, the beach is loud," yelled Duck over the sound of the waves. "I can barely hear my own quack." Goose stared at the vast stretch of sky, sand and sea. "Isn't it magnificent?" he said. "Oh dear, the beach has so much water," quacked Duck. "I feel tiny." "Have you ever seen so much sand?" honked Goose. "It's getting in my feathers. And it's too hot on my feet, said Duck. Let's go. Go swimming. Good idea, Duck, said Goose. And he raced to the water's edge. Can you see them both admiring the sea and the sand? They're admiring it, but it's different for them because they have never seen all that before. Have you been somewhere that you have never gone before and you admire it and like how it looks? Yes. Most times when we go somewhere for the first time, it's always different. These waves are very funny. Is that what you were going to say, Duck, Unc, Goose? No, not exactly. Can you see them? Their feathers and that, all that in the water? Yes, can you see them over this page? They're looking so different, right? Yeah. The two friends strolled along the beach. They met the locals. Some were friendly, others were not. Some were shy, others were not. Can you see the friendly people that they met along the beach? Yes, and do you see the unfriendly one down there? Mr. Crab. Mr. Crab was not friendly at all to them, right? And we know about crabs. Who like to eat crabs? I don't. But if you like it, well. Goose thought Duck might enjoy searching for sea creatures under the rocks and seaweed. He did not. Be careful, Goose. You don't know what's in there, Duck quacked. See, so now Goose is in the water searching for things under the rock. And I know we like to search for shells and all that when we go to the beach, right? They built a sand castle. They listened to the gentle roar of the ocean from deep within a seashell. It made Duck homesick. It sounds just like our gurgling stream, he quacked. Can you see that? Goose helped Duck onto his head or shoulder, somewhere there, to make the castle. Okay? And we are seeing that they are together and one friend is helping the other. They are helping each other. And that's what friends do, right? Later in the day, when the sun had cooled and the waves had settled, Duck and Goose relaxed. I like the smell of the beach, Goose said. Me too, Duck agreed, but not as much as the meadow. Well, there's no place like the meadow, honked Goose. That's very true, said the Duck. And we always say there's no place like home. So the meadow is their home. So in the late afternoon, Duck and Goose followed their long shadows home. They talked about their exciting day and about the friends they had met. They talked about the hot sand and the cool water, noisy crushing waves, and the quiet tidal pools. Back in the meadow at last, they watched the sunset, birds sung, and grass switched in the breeze. They both agreed that it was nice to be home. Duck, where should we go next? Goose asked. Duck closed his eyes. How about sleep? So the adventure is over. Goodbye, everyone. Love you all. Stay safe. See you soon.
Ok, ahora vamos a aprender sobre las vocales. Lo primero lo voy a hacer en inglés, le voy a decir la vocal en inglés y después vamos a aprender la vocal en español. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Ahora en español. A, E, I, O, U. Otra vez, one more time. A, E, I, O, U. Perfecto. Ahora con las vocales vamos a escribir palabras. Con la letra A en inglés o A en español podemos decir airplane, que quiere decir avión en español. Con la vocal I en inglés, E en español, podemos decir elephant, que quiere decir en español elefante. En inglés, la vocal I en inglés, que quiere decir en español I, podemos decir una palabra ice cream, que quiere decir helado. Con la vocal O en español o en inglés, podemos decir orange, que quiere decir naranja. Con la vocal U en inglés, en español U, podemos decir umbrella, que quiere decir en español sombría. Ok, vamos a repetir. Repeat after me. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Okay, guys, good job. You do a good job. Okay, everyone. Now we do exercise about spell word in Spanish. Ustedes se aprendieron el vocabulario. Ahora me van a spell the word in Spanish. Si quieren pueden coger un papel y lápiz y escribir las palabras. ¿Qué quiere decir? Mesa, table. Silla, chair. Enero, January. Café, coffee. Cocina, kitchen. Puerta, door. Comida, food. Voy a repetir otra vez. Mesa en español. Silla. Enero. Café. Cocina. Puerta. Comida. Ahora se lo voy a decir español y en inglés. Mesa, table. Silla, chair. Enero, January. Café, coffee. Cocina, kitchen. Puerta, door. Y comida, food. Okay, ahora you have to spell the word. Me van a decir cada palabra cómo se escribe. ¿Ok? Le voy a dar un minuto, vayan a buscar papel y lápiz para escribir las palabras y comenzamos. ¿Está listo? Ok. Mesa. Se escribe con M, con vocablo M, E, S, A. Mesa. Silla. S, I, L, L, A. Silla. Enero. E, N, E, R, O. Enero. Café. C, A, F, E. Café. Cocina. C, O, C, I, N, A. Cocina. Puerta. P, U, E, R, T, A. Puerta. Comida. C, O, M, I, D, A. Comida. Good job, guys. Hicieron buen trabajo. So, vamos a repetirla. Mesa, silla, enero, café, cocina, puerta y comida. Good job.
Hi there again, it's Miss Carol, and I want to talk to you about Eagles Up Close by Christopher Blaisman. Eagles are very special creatures. Did you know that there are dozens of kinds of eagles? Let's soar above the clouds to find out more about these beautiful, strong birds of prey. Imagine you can soar above the clouds with wings that are 8 feet wide. You are free to roam the sky. You are beautiful, powerful, and you are an eagle. When you think of an eagle, you may think of the American bald eagle, but that is only one kind of an eagle. There are 59 kinds in all, and they live all over the world. Each eagle is unique, but eagles have much in common too. Like all birds, an eagle's bones are hollow. This makes them light so they can fly easily. Look at these different eagles. Look how different they are from each other. This picture is a bald eagle. Other eagles look different, but they have the same parts. Wings, feathers, a beak, a tail, and talons. The beak is hooked and very sharp at the end, and the talons, its claws, are extremely strong and sharp. The beak and the talons are sharp and strong so that they can get their prey, whether it be on the ground or in the water, and be able to grab it, hold on to it, and fly away with it, and either eat it when they take it at first or bring it back to their nest to feed the other bird and their babies. Many eagles are fierce hunters. They are called birds of prey. They eat fish, small animals such as rabbits and snakes. Eagles search for prey during the day. At night, they stay in their nests. Prey is an animal that is taken as food. A flying eagle can swoop down and catch its prey in its long, sharp talons. Here's some pictures of eagles catching their prey for food. Over here, they're in the water, whether it be the ocean, a lake, a canal, and also on the ground. Sometimes we see birds here when we walk on the grounds at the Marian Center, way up in the sky. And then they get closer and closer as they see something running along the grass, and they swoop down. Now, it might not be an eagle. It could be a hawk or another bird, but they have such great eyesight. They see something moving, they swoop down and they grab it in their talons. Eagles leave their nest, their homes in the winter. They must do this to follow their prey. Eagles' nests are called eyries, and these eyries are built in tall, tall trees or on the high cliffs or mountain tops. Some eyries can be as big as 10 feet wide and weigh many tons. Here is a huge nest on the top of a tree, and another one which is on the side of a cliff. And these are way up high in the tree or on the side of a cliff, so other animals that hunt prey cannot get to them, whether it be to get the big birds or the eggs or babies in a nest. Each spring, many eagles return to the same eyries they lived in before. They add on to their eyries to make them bigger and cozier. And then eagles lay their eggs in their eyries. Here's a picture of the nest. The bird's going to fly to its nest, and a picture of the eggs in the nest. The mother eagle sits on her eggs for a few weeks until they hatch, and the father eagle brings her food and guards his family. The mother lays 1, 2, or 3 eggs at a time, and when they hatch, the babies are called eaglets. See those fluffy little darlings laying there in the nest? They look like little balls of fluff. Who would think they would grow up to be such fierce hunters? Many eagles mate for life. That means that a mother and father eagle are partners until they die. Eagles often take care of their eaglets until they can live on their own. They protect them, feed them, just as human parents do. So they are basically a family unit, as we are family units. They have brothers and sisters, just as you guys have brothers and sisters, and a mom and a dad, and they stay together. There are 4 main groups of eagles. There are snake eagles, booted eagles, giant forest eagles, and fish eagles. The snake eagles have large heads covered with long feathers, and their stubby toes can grasp snakes easily. Booted eagles have feathered legs that look like boots. They are known for their very good flying skills. See the snake eagle over here? He likes snakes. Can't see why anybody would want to eat a snake, but he does. Giant forest eagles live mainly in tropical forests. They eat monkeys, birds, and other tropical animals. The fish eagles eat mostly fish, as their name tells you. And they fly along, they see the creature they want, and they swoop down into the water and catch the fish that they want. Look at the size of that fish that bird gets. Many a fisherman would like to be able to catch a fish that big. The bald eagle is a famous fish eagle. He is not really bald, though. The white feathers on its head make it look bald from far away. And bald eagles have powerful eyes. Their good eyesight helps them to see their prey. The bald eagle is a symbol for the United States of America. It is pictured on the quarter and on the seal of the president. The bald eagle is brave, strong, and free, and that is why many people think it is a very good symbol for the United States. And one thing we must remember, that you cannot hurt a bald eagle. You cannot shoot it, hurt it in any way, or kill it. There's a big fine for anybody that harms a bald eagle or kills it. You can be fined with money or go to jail if you injure a bald eagle. That is our national bird, and we must be treated with respect. So now we have 4 different kinds of eagles: the booted eagle, the fish eagle, the giant forest eagle, and the snake eagle. But the most important one, I feel, is the bald eagle, who is our national bird. I hope you've enjoyed this little story about these birds. They are beautiful creatures, part of our nature. So until I get to read you another story about one of God's beautiful creatures, stay happy and healthy, and hope to be seeing you back here very soon. God bless you.